Welcome to the Avissar Show. Now time to talk about my favorite segment of this 8-part series previewing the 2018 group stages of the UEFA Champions League. Group C is going to be the most fun to watch. I don't know if it'll be the closest or the most competitive, but from a visually aesthetic attacking football standpoint, Group C is going to be the place to watch. Now, the team coming out of Pot 1 is probably the club most desperate to win the Champions League. PSG dominates French football year in and year out. Ask anyone in management there, winning Ligue 1 is not enough. They have to win the Champions League, and pressure now is going to be higher than ever, led by new manager Thomas Tuchel. Came in from Borussia Dortmund, highly acclaimed, very accomplished, seems like a very sharp manager. He has an embarrassment of riches when it comes to attackers. I mean, arguably the best front three in the world with Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, and Edinson Cavani. Not to mention having Angel Di Maria. I mean, beyond loaded. If I could pick one player in world football to build my team around, when you factor in age and potential accomplishment, the complete package, Kylian Mbappe is my guy. I would take him over anyone else in the world when you consider what he's already accomplished and what he has in store, considering he's only 19 years old. Truly a remarkable talent. That being said, Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's prize-jeweled center back, shut him down during the international break. His defending of Mbappe went viral. And I bring that up because the team that is coming out of Pot 3, not Pot 2, oddly enough, the UEFA Champions League finalists were placed into Pot 3. Liverpool Football Club, after losing that heartbreaker in the final against Real Madrid, they are back. They are a team that seems really built well for European competition, considering Jurgen Klopp has taken the Reds to both the Europa League final and the Champions League final. I'll take that attacking three and put it right up there with the quality of PSG when it comes to Bobby Firmino, the ultimate speed merchant, Sadio Mane, and then the record-breaking revelation, Mo Salah, running down the wing. I mean, that is a front three in and of itself. PSG might have shinier toys in the midfield. Not sure Liverpool can boast a midfielder that is of the caliber of Angel Di Maria. But if you're talking about a box-to-box midfielder, Naby Keita is the first player who looks like a legitimate replacement for Stevie G. Interestingly enough, the first player since Steven Gerrard left to have the gumption to wear the number 8 shirt. Naby Keita is one of the most complete players in world football when you consider his defending ability, passing ability. We haven't even seen him score a goal for the Reds yet, but that only seems like a matter of time. Now, when you match up PSG and Liverpool, it is going to be electric. Both teams very strong in defense, sound in attack. It's just going to be a celebration of the most beautiful game in and of itself. The first match is going to be at Anfield, the first game of the group stage. Neymar has already disrespected Liverpool by tipping the Reds to not finish in the top 4, pretending he doesn't know what the club is. Every time a manager or a player disrespects Liverpool or Anfield, it has not gone well. If you look at Tuchel, if you look at Roma, these are teams that claim they're not fazed by the Anfield atmosphere, but when you come in there, it is a whole different story because you can't imagine the support that gets behind Liverpool until you've experienced it. PSG is not at that point when it comes to fan support, but this is about the players. On paper, PSG's better. Not only do they have the guys that I mentioned, they have players like Hesse, who came in from Real Madrid, Verratti, Dani Alves, Lastiara. The list goes on. Not to mention Rabiot. Adrien Rabiot is a Liverpool target. So, on paper, they're a better team. but there's just so much pressure and so much expectation on PSG that they could really be at risk of wilting to the point where they do not win this group. I don't think necessarily they're going to win the Champions League, but 1 and 2, it's going to come down to Liverpool. You would think that Napoli would have a good chance on the merit of coming out of Pot 2 and frankly being one of the better teams to come out of Pot 2. But they're going to come into this competition with an inferiority complex. It was only the preseason, but they took a 5-0 shellacking against Liverpool. That's weighing on their minds. Plus, the team president demanded an explanation from Uefa as to how they got Liverpool in their group. That is the behavior of a loser, a team that is already bracing itself for defeat. I mean, they have players who are capable of the spectacular. Don't get me wrong. Dries Mertens, Marek Hamšík, who has become the ultimate talisman of sorts for Napoli. They are capable of the spectacular, and those guys always have to be accounted for. But ultimately, they just don't have the defense to match up to Liverpool or PSG. They're going to let in more goals than you might expect out of an Italian side. Red Star Belgrade, a non-factor. I'm writing them off. I don't think they really have a chance at anything other than nicking a point here or there. This is going to be down to PSG and Liverpool for who wins the group, and I am taking Liverpool. The Reds win Group C. PSG still going to contend for the Champions League title, coming in second place, and I'm going to back Napoli for European glory in the Europa League. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel.